Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Beddoe. We're just getting started with our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. Bison fans in Fargo and scattered all across the country are celebrating the thrill of a big victory this morning. NDSU won its first game in this year's NCAA basketball tournament, and we are now moving on for more action. The Bison slipped past North Carolina Central last night, 78-74, to advance in the tournament. NDSU now goes up against top-seeded Duke tomorrow night, and you can watch that game on KX4. Tip-off is at 6:10. The city of Moorhead is getting ready for the flood of 2019. There's a special council meeting planned for tomorrow afternoon to make a flood emergency declaration, which of course will set into motion a process that the city will follow to fight a major disaster. Fargo made a similar move earlier this week. Don't be surprised to see Fargo city workers in your neighborhood late at night as they get ready for this spring's flood fight. The Public Works Department is preparing streets in areas that will be used for flood protection and is also working around the clock to clear drains to help with melting. And here's a heads up. Once the department shifts its focus to the flood fight, street maintenance, including pothole repair, will be limited. People in Grand Forks County can now pick up free sandbags. But remember, you will need to take care of buying the sand to fill them yourselves. The bags can be picked up at select county sheds during normal business hours, which are Monday through Thursday from 7:30 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. Fridays just in the morning from 7:30 to 11:30. The bags are available in Grand Forks on North Columbia Road and 6 other cities. We have them all listed on your screen right now. Homeowners are also responsible for the removal and disposal of those bags and sand. 8 minutes before 7, let's get a check of our forecast as we're closely watching the spring thaw.
Yes, and so far so good as far as the weather is concerned. We've had above freezing days, below freezing nights. That's ideal for a slow melt, and that's exactly what we want. And today, that's exactly what we're getting. We're going to see those temperatures rise above 32 degrees into the upper 30s to some low 40s. We've got some sunshine on the way, a pretty sunrise shaping up in the background here, and we'll end up with a good amount of sun once again today. So that will do some work on the snowpack too. That late March sunshine is a lot stronger. And winds will be out of the southwest to start, but eventually becoming northwesterly or northerly, and some gusts may get into the low 30s or low 20s rather today. So checking out your visibility. Once again, another morning where there's an area of dense fog. We've been watching this in Lakes Country, Detroit Lakes, Fergus Falls, Elbow Lake, all reporting visibility less than a mile. There are other places in Minnesota seeing some lowering, and we're keeping an eye out to the west too, where we're seeing some visibility down just a bit, not as intense though as what we're dealing with in Lakes Country. Temperatures are below freezing, so this is good. We saw all of that ponding yesterday freeze right back up overnight, and where we have the fog too, there may be some frost out there as well on some of those colder surfaces, bridge decks being one of those areas that tend to have some issues with that. So keep that in mind here as you're starting off this morning. Temperatures starting below freezing, but as we just saw, they'll be on the rise. The wind's pretty light, up to 13 miles per hour in the valley, and that's as strong as it gets for this morning until we see that sun come up. Now, heading into the rest of the day today, there's not much we're watching out for as far as precipitation is concerned, not really seeing any cloud cover either here. So a quiet day today that continues into Friday. We may see 40 here in Fargo. Could happen today. If not, we've got opportunities at it Friday and into Saturday. So our stretch continues into the weekend. It's Sunday. That's our next chance for some precipitation. This one going to be potentially a mess because we're looking at a chance for some rain and snow with this one and a little bit of wind too. So Saturday is your pick day this weekend for some nice weather. Let's check in now with Al.
Police, we're on Interstate 94 eastbound in Moorhead, and boy, traffic is really rolling this morning. It started out busy. It's gotten busier, that's for sure. Travel speeds out here, well, you better be running 60, 65 miles an hour or you're liable to get run over. It's definitely up there this morning. Good news is road surface is in great shape. Ramps are in great shape as well for the most part. Maybe a slippery spot here and there, but overall things are looking pretty good. You do want to be careful, like Lisa mentioned this morning, any spots, even on the interstate, where there was water yesterday. They may have frozen because you're liable to find a slippery spot here and there. But other than that, things are really looking good. So Lisa also mentioned the fog. We got a call from Dr. Thelma, told us that down by Fergus Falls, between Rothsay and Fergus Falls, visibility dropped way down to like a tenth of a mile, so make sure you're looking out for that. Interstate 29 traffic is quite busy this morning as well, particularly northbound. Careful on the streets and avenues, they're a little bit slippery. Drive carefully today. Al Ahmed, Valley Today traffic.
It's now 5 minutes before 7. North Dakota health officials are investigating a number of complaints stemming from the state swim meet in West Fargo. A number of people came forward with stories of heart and lung pain, blurry vision, and coughing after last weekend's meet at the Hulbert Aquatic Center. People who run the place say winter weather created poor air quality conditions. One parent says the air was so bad that some swimmers weren't even able to finish their races. School district officials tell Valley News Live that the problem started on Saturday in the middle of the state meet. There's only one building engineer and one vendor authorized to make repairs on the system, which created a delay in getting things fixed. The district says any decision to postpone the meet until the problem was fixed was up to the facility and USA Swimming, but that was never considered. A Minnesota man is facing multiple charges after an incident at the West Fargo Menards store. Police got a call about a shoplifter who had run into the lumber yard around 8:30 yesterday morning. Officers set up a perimeter and later arrested the suspect near the Walmart. Shane Gill is facing 11 charges, including possession of a stolen vehicle, possession of drugs, and being a felon in possession of a firearm. Owners are starting to get a look at their cars that were trapped under a collapsed building at the Red River Valley Fairgrounds. Fairgrounds officials got the okay just yesterday to start releasing cars from the building that collapsed on Friday afternoon. A center section of Harvest Hall caved in under the weight of heavy snow. Fair Association general manager tells us that they pulled out 38 of the 67 vehicles and will try to get the rest of them out today. The number of missing dogs on social media posts is spiking, in part because of high snowbanks. Snow piles are so high in some areas that the pets are simply able to step over or jump over the fence that usually holds them in their yard safely. The people at Homeward Animal Shelters say you can avoid this by simply snow blowing or shoveling a gap right next to the fence. It is World Down Syndrome Day today, and many organizations are doing their part in raising awareness. And that's exactly what's happening today at Gigi's Playhouse, and that's where we find the Valley Today's Abby Furchner. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Lisa. Yeah, I'm here at Gigi's Playhouse as we're celebrating World Down Syndrome Day. And I'm with Kelly, who is the president of Gigi's. And let's just talk about why this day is so important.
World Down Syndrome Day is really important to our families just to raise awareness on Down syndrome. And it's also just to promote inclusion for everybody. We're here to provide purposeful programming for those with Down syndrome in order to help them achieve their best of all. But really this day is just about raising awareness for everybody, regardless of their ability or medical diagnosis, that we're all the same, even though everybody's different on the outside.
I love that. And you guys are going into schools with some fun activity bags to teach kids about Down syndrome. Exactly. So why do you think it's important for kids to be educated in this situation?
I think sometimes it's just the understanding as to, why someone may look a little bit different, or may talk a little bit different, or may just behave a little bit different, and just helping them better understand and to teach them. So, they're not afraid when they see someone that may be a little bit different.
And you guys are going to have fun activity bags too.
We are.
What are kind of in those activity bags? What can people learn?
We have 2 activities in those bags. One is the marshmallow activity. So we're going to be working with that, and then the other one is a song activity that we do. So both of them are meant to help people understand that when you have Down syndrome, you have low tone, and sometimes it's a little bit harder to do things. So talking, writing, things like that.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. You guys
it will be
really busy day. We started the party off here super early, but this is just why World Down Syndrome Day is so important. How you can also raise awareness too.
Abby Furchner reporting live from Gigi's Playhouse this morning. Thank you. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. When it comes to how we see ourselves, 77% of us claim this. A lot of us think we're pretty funny. That's the answer this morning. Remember, you can play along every weekday morning by heading to our Valley News Live Facebook page.
As long as you're laughing at your own jokes, right?
That's true. At least there's that one person laughing.
That's right. We do have some really great weather today. Sunshine on the way, temperatures above freezing again, upper 30s, some of us even reaching 40. So ideal melt conditions continue.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start. But remember, the Valley Today rolls on. We have more live up-to-the-minute news and weather right now on the Fargo CW.